what goes in here.
Do you know where this food gets taken after this? All goes to the pigs. It's just like how often does that happen? Does like a truck come every day or something?
No, once a week.
Once a week they come?
Yeah.
So is there like a big, huge container where it's all put?
They just come in all these.
Currently, we have a contract with Saccarelli's Piggery, which is local here, a couple towns over. And he comes on a daily basis and collects food items.
We produce like 17,000 pounds of food waste a week, which is ridiculous. And it's just unnecessary that it's that much. People just don't care about like what they're eating, or what they're taking, because it's all free. We have a meal plan that you can take as much as you want.
So composting is something that's been thrown around since I've been here, so over a year now, but nobody's ever really done anything about it. I started researching some of the different composting units and came across this thing called the earth tub, which is a fully enclosed and insulated composting unit for commercial duty. So it's used in places where a lot of food waste is generated, such as Connecticut College.
If we get the grant money, it will allow us to buy these 2 earth tubs, which will start up a composting system on campus. With this composting system, we will be using about 8% of our food waste and turning it into compost.
What happens is food waste and other compostable materials are put into the top of the earth tub into a loading hatch, and you have to walk around the tub counterclockwise, and the rotating cover breaks down your waste a little bit more and drops it into the tub, and there's an auger running down through the center of the tub that mixes all the organic material on the outside with that on the inside, so everything's mixed and aerated.
With this compost, we will be giving it to local farmers who will, in exchange, give us local produce to put in our dining halls. The dining services people have spoken of their interest in turning one of the smaller dining halls on campus into a local foods dining hall.
Not only will we be able to use the food waste to give the food waste back to our community, back to these farmers to help them in a very efficient way, but we will be able to directly see that output come back to the students, the student body, through the dining hall.
When the composting, and when it comes to composting and the excess composting, we are unable, let's say, to absorb on campus. This gives us an opportunity also to work with the community, and with Fresh in particular.
We're focused on local food system. We see again this whole question about unused resources and meeting local need with local resources that exist but that are underused. The whole compost is being a perfect example.
We were wondering if you know where your food is going. Your leftover food.
It's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Probably not this country.
Somewhere on the ground.
I have no idea.
No idea.
The average piece of food on your plate is traveling 2,000 miles. You can chop in a quarter those expenditures, those uses of natural resources, if you have just local food. That's because the food travels so far. That's because smaller scale agriculture is actually more efficient in terms of petrochemical use. So you've got agriculture becoming this major loss leader, using more energy than it produces, where the whole point of it was to farm food off of the planet. We're actually investing more in petrochemicals than we're getting back out of it. So local agriculture decentralizes it. It cuts out transportation. It cuts out a lot of the packaging. It creates jobs at home.
We're also hoping that this composting initiative will act as like an education campaign, because a lot of people don't realize that their food waste isn't waste at all. It can be returned to the soil, to the earth, to grow more plants and feed more people.
What makes this a really good idea for me is the fact that it is student generated, student sponsored, and student initiated as well.
It leverages our ability to acquire local produce, which is a very, very important aim and objective of ours. And it enhances our relationship with the local community, which is one of the things that this institution is trying very hard to do. So from many, many different dimensions, this is the absolutely right initiative for Conn College at the right time.